As we've looked at before, one of the main causes of stress and anger and anxiety is the feeling that someone or something is threatening us or treating us unfairly in some way. This may be by something they've said or something they've done, or perhaps because they're imposing rules on you that you feel are unfair. And as we said, one of the first physical reactions to this is a change to a lot more rapid breathing. You may remember this as part of our preparing for flight or fight. We fill our lungs with air, we puff ourselves up to make us look as big and strong as possible. And the rapid breathing fills ourselves full of oxygen, so we're ready for the physical exertion of fighting or running. Some people actually start puffing away like a steam train, hence possibly the expression running out of puff, like steam trains do. What we do at this moment is then vital. We can let that feeling take control and allow ourselves to react out of reflex, or we can take control and ensure that we respond in a more measured way. And you can guess which will probably have the best outcome for everyone's concerns. But how do we make sure this happens? Well, perhaps this is the time we need to really look at the word puff and remember that word. So let's take that word one letter at a time. P. Try and remember that P stands for patience. It's best if you wait just for a while. Any immediate reaction is most likely to come from our anger and our stress, and will therefore be a gut reaction. And this is far less likely to have a positive outcome. Whereas a carefully thought out response that we have taken time to consider has far more chance to solve the problems than causing more. Also, be patient with yourself. Now, these responses, these feelings are natural, not a sign of you not being able to cope, or that you're not responding straight away is a sign of weakness. You just need to make sure that you are controlling it rather than it controlling you. And finally, be patient with whoever you think is the threat. They may not realise that they are causing you distress or threatening you in any way. The second letter, the letter U. Remember this as being for understand. Before you do anything, try to understand why it has made you react the way you have. What is the cause of your stress and anger? Look beyond that single comment of action that caused you to react, but try again to get to the root cause of your response. Is it due to what they have done or said? And why is that causing you to react in this way? Or is it more to do with how you are rather than what they say? Also, try to understand why they said or did what they did. What other motives could there be apart from getting at you? Or perhaps they don't realise that they are threatening you or causing you upset. It may be that that was the last thing that they had on their mind and would be horrified to think that they'd caused you any upset in any way. Then, before doing anything, try to understand what effects your response will have, because once you made it, it'll be very hard to undo it. Get a full understanding of the situation so your response can be more measured, targeted, or even supportive of them. Next letter is F. This F is forgive. Whatever you feel has happened to you, it is really important, and I realise it will be really hard, but try to forgive whoever you feel has threatened or mistreated you before you respond, if possible, be it family, friend, or even a complete stranger. This will ensure that there is less anger and negative emotion behind a decision of what response to make, and so that decision is far more likely to be a positive and have positive long-term outcomes. Hitting someone may well make you feel slightly better for a second, but in the long term will cause you even more upset and stress. If you cannot forgive before the reaction, make sure you forgive them after. Holding on to feelings of anger towards somebody will only increase if you dwell on it. It will eat at you and damage you and your relationship with those around you, but also will start to change the way you look at so many things. In fact, could give you a very negative view on life overall. And the final letter again is F, and this F thinkers for forward. After you've made your response, whether you have forgiven them or not, you must move forward from that event. Learn from it if you can, but only take positives out of that situation. Living it will allow the hurt to grow and again will change you, and it will start to poison you and your life, no matter how minor it seems at that time. Try to replace the event with happier events to remember instead, especially if they include the person who upset you. Otherwise, it's likely to start causing you more anxiety when you remember that person or that event, and will damage your view on many things. Well, I hope over the course of time you'll find that helpful. And the next time you feel in a situation where you're getting more huffed and puffed up, remember the word puff, and hopefully then you'll be in position to respond rather than to react to the situation. Good luck trying it out.